Welcome back, A Players, to episode 26 of the A Player Adventure Podcast. I'm your host, Suzette West. And in this quick bite, we are going to explore and contemplate a thought-provoking question. Can organizations become self-aware? But before we begin, I would like to introduce you to the concept of archetypes to set the context and foundation for this exploration. Archetypes are recognizable human patterns that people have used throughout history to help make sense of complex situations, behaviors, and relationships. They function like mental maps that simplify complexity without removing depth. Most people intuitively recognize archetypal patterns, even if they have never formally studied them. The wise guide, the protector, the visionary, the ruler, the caregiver. These recurring patterns appear across cultures and throughout human experience because they reflect common ways human beings tend to organize themselves, respond to pressure, and navigate uncertainty. Archetypes help people visualize patterns that might otherwise feel difficult to explain clearly. One reason archetypes are useful is that human beings naturally think in patterns. When situations become emotionally or operationally complex, people often struggle to see the larger dynamics shaping what is happening beneath the surface. Archetypes help organize complexity into recognizable tendencies and behaviors. Instead of viewing problems as isolated incidents, archetypal thinking helps people step back and ask whether a larger recurring pattern may be operating throughout the system. In this way, archetypes become useful not only for understanding situations, but also for helping leaders visualize potential solutions, blind spots, strengths, and risks more holistically. This becomes especially relevant in organizational life because organizations themselves often develop recognizable patterns under pressure. Some organizations become highly driven and performance-focused, but slowly drift toward exhaustion and burnout. Others become rigid, cautious, and overly controlled, making honest dialogue and adaptability more difficult. Some become highly innovative and idea-driven, but struggle with grounded implementation and operational stability. Archetypes help leaders recognize these tendencies more clearly because they provide a language for patterns many people can already sense intuitively, but struggle to fully articulate. Rather than reacting only to surface-level symptoms, archetypes help leadership teams recognize deeper organizational dynamics influencing communication, trust, decision-making, and culture. This is where the idea of the coherent organization begins to emerge. The coherent organization is not defined by perfection. It is defined by its growing capacity to observe itself honestly while operating under pressure. Rather than unconsciously normalizing dysfunction, the coherent organization develops greater awareness of communication breakdowns, implementation friction, leadership drift, burnout signals, and growing fragmentation before those conditions become deeply embedded within the culture. Instead of reacting blindly to every challenge, it becomes better at recognizing the underlying patterns that shape how the organization functions beneath the operational surface. This topic is increasingly relevant today because organizations are navigating extraordinary levels of complexity, uncertainty, and pressure to transform. AI adoption, workforce fatigue, accelerating change, and implementation strain are exposing deeper organizational challenges that cannot always be solved through technology or operational metrics alone. Many leaders can sense that something deeper is affecting communication, alignment, adaptability, and organizational resilience, even if they do not yet have the language for it. The concept of the coherent organization offers a practical, relatable, conceptual framework for helping leaders better understand the human and relational dimensions of organizational life, enabling them to navigate complexity with greater self-awareness, adaptability, and coherence. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the A-Player Adventure Podcast. If something stirred your heart or sparked a new insight, I would love to hear from you. You can connect with me on LinkedIn or share the episode with a fellow leader who's ready to build something real. Remember, personal coherence fuels leadership coherence, and that's what makes team coherence possible. Until next time, stay true, stay grounded, and keep leading with heart.